What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back for part number, what are we on, 6 of the Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed playthrough. We are here for the 356B Endurance Tournament. I don't know what makes it endurance because it's 3 races now instead of 2. But anyways, without further ado, we will hop right into it. I did figure out that if I load up the game, go through the whole music thing, and then hop right into it this way after I've already done that, it doesn't seem to do the music start. So we're going to try that. It worked today. We're going to see how it goes. So if you remember last week in the 356A tournament, we'll just go look at what that entailed. Just around Pyrenees and Normandy, we had our 356A 550 Spider. Today we have to buy a 356B, or actually we're going to buy several. Our Speedster, or Super Speedster, excuse me, was very handy. But we'll go look at the new car a lot. Same thing we did last time out. We got all this money that I grinded a couple episodes ago, and we are going to spend it to make sure we have one of everything. So we are going to purchase a 356B cab in purple. I don't know why I'm going with purple, honestly. It's what we're doing. So super cab in purple. I need to make sure we have game sound too, I guess. We don't have any sound for this, but I don't remember if we used to or not. But either way, 356B super cab. Super 90 cab, I don't know what that means, but we're going to get one of those. Roadster and Super Roadster, we'll get some of those. Roadster, Super Roadster, I don't know what makes it a Roadster and a Super Roadster. Again, maybe it's just me being dumb, but these all look exactly the same. Super 90 Roadster is the last one we need. That's a very expensive $15,200. Whatever. All right, we will hop right back out and we will hop into. Oh, we're up to class 2 now. I didn't even realize that. But Super 90 Roadster, I don't know what that means. Purchase price 14K versus 15.2. No idea what that means in terms of what our performance is going to be like, but hopefully it's straightforward. Again, 3 races this time: Côte d'Azur, Pyrenees, and Normandy. 356B only, limited to 1600 cc's. That's all we have right now, so not a problem. This is the third of 5 tournaments in the classic era before we move on to the golden era. So we're getting close to it. We're getting up there a little bit more, but we'll hop right into it without further ado. We have 3 races. We'll just start at Côte d'Azur. Hopefully we have game sound. We should. I don't know why we wouldn't, but I've seen weirder stuff with this game, so maybe I outthought myself. Nope, we have game sound. Awesome. We're learning. Alright, we are ready at Côte d'Azur, starting from the back as usual. Everybody should have pretty much the same cars, but we have our Super 90 Roadster, whatever that means. Should be a little bit faster, I assume, and hopefully we can drive up through here. But we have 3 races today to navigate. First time we've had to start from the back at this track, because I did it in the other tournament, whatever. It was the second race, and so we started right at the front after we won at Normandy. Straightforward, we got plenty of time. Going to be nice and patient here. We'll look to the inside of Steel, just float our entry here, duck inside the Wing Knight for third. There we go, nice and easy. Again, I feel like we should be plenty fast enough here in this event today to take on these guys at the front. Dylan's gotten away a little bit, but we're already up to P2, so not concerned. Long race here. He's got a coupe. Not sure which, because again, I'm dumb, but they all look the same to me, so whatever. We'll just duck up to the inside here. Big old dive. A little bit of a slide job, honestly, but we made it. It's fine. No drama, no histrionics through there, nice and easy. I got to kind of reprogram my brain a little bit. Last time I drove around here was in the 356 Challenge, the very first tournament, and that car was significantly slower than this car. That car struggled to get up beyond like 80 miles an hour. Most of these corners were at about 50, and here we're carrying much more speed, much more power, obviously, in this car, so we're going to rock it right past 80 miles an hour. We're at 80 in third gear, so definitely a lot more performance in this car, which is great because that was really painstakingly boring to drive that car. So we will continue on. Hopefully this is good. This is part 6. The first 3 were the evolution mode. This is the tournament number, or excuse me, first 3 were the test driver mode or factory driver mode. This is the 3rd episode of the evolution mode, so I hope it's going well. If you're new, make sure you drop that sub, like down below if you're enjoying this. New episodes of this going to come out every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, so keep an eye out for that. It's been a lot of fun to play through this, though. I really, again, have strong nostalgia for this game from my childhood. It's been awesome. Again, huge thanks to Spencer and Steven for all the help and their support getting this up and running. It's been wonderful to be playing through this and still really enjoying it, all the sound quirks and controller quirks aside, but just about halfway through this first race now. Through the little town section that gives you alternate routes. There's the little dock side over there. This next corner, this next right-hander, I think we have to go through one more left first, actually, and then this next right-hander is the tightest corner on the track. Very easy to overdrive, so we'll take it nice and smooth, nice and easy. Yep, nice flowing corner here. Got some banking to help us make it around pretty flat. And this corner, flat, tight. There's a big rock on the outside wall. Very, very easy to plow off into the scenery here, so we'll just take it nice and easy. Stay off throttle, get the nose to swing in. Down to about 50 miles an hour there. But we made it. We'll go through the boat side here on the right. There it is, a big cargo ship or oil ship or whatever it is. Again, I've talked about this in previous episodes also. I love the scenery. It's very two-dimensional and looks pretty silly for 2024 now, but at the time this was unbelievable. If you remember back to the Normandy track, on the alternate routes there, that first part where you can go right or left through the village, the fact that the guy on the porch is sweeping his porch and the grandma, I assume, in the rocking chair is actually rocking, that was like peak stuff in 2000, or I guess I played this in maybe 2003, 2004. Like, that was unbelievable. That was peak stuff right there. So yeah, it's pretty good game for its time. I think our time here in the 356 was about 4 minutes and 15, so we should shatter that pretty easily. Going to be roughly 25 seconds faster than that, looks like, today. Going to be definitely under 4 minutes, which is great. Probably about 350 or so, which is awesome. 351.87, we'll take that. All right, so race number 1 done. We win by about 36 seconds there over Dylan. We did place first. Love to see it. So everybody with the 356B, it doesn't differentiate which one is a Super 90 and whatnot, so no matter. Again, safe bonus is good. A lot of money comes from the safe bonuses. $1,000 can go a long way when you get to this later races. So we do beat the 7th best time, which again doesn't really mean anything, but no matter. And we will be on to race number 2 at the Pyrenees. We'll hop right into it. Continue to make decent money back after so many purchases, and there are less cars to purchase these next couple championships, so that'll help as well. Won't need to do quite as many random cars that we'll be acquiring. So we are ready, and we're underway for race number 2 at the Pyrenees. Kind of a dark and twisted, kind of spooky starting section. I guess I didn't really realize it on the old computers I had, but it is, like, in game, it's significantly darker around these first couple corners than it is when you get out in the sunlight after these, trees go away. You can kind of see the sky color there. It's very bright, but in the shade, it's very dynamic how dark it is in the shade, which again, for 2000 is unbelievable and felt like the most immersive thing in the world. We always laugh looking back at these games and being like, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. But even like Need for Speed 2 SE always felt kind of two-dimensional and childish like that to me. And in hindsight, Need for Speed High Stakes is as well. It's a similar kind of, it's more similar to the earlier games, Need for Speed 2 SE that I played, obviously the normal Need for Speed 2, and then Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. High Stakes is more similar to that than it is to this game, which immediately followed, which is Porsche Unleashed and then Hot Pursuit 2, and so on. So it's definitely a different look. I still love High Stakes. I've mentioned that before also plenty of times. But I mean, look how much brighter it is here now that we're out of the shade for part of this. I mean, it's almost like a totally different atmosphere, which is pretty incredible for a game this old and working with what they had back in the day. Of course, all the driver physics and the trees and stuff still look very two-dimensional. The guy's head is square. I mean, there's no way around that. All the trees look like they were drawn in, Microsoft Paint. But that's okay. That's not the part that's important. The cars are, again, pretty detailed for 25-year-old, computer graphics. I think they look great. If you've ever played the PlayStation version of this, which I played exactly once, I spent like $10 on it when I saw it used, and it was awful, and I hated it, and so I just never played it again. Because I was comparing it, I was expecting it to be similar to this, and it's not similar at all. It's a totally different game almost, which is fine. But anyways, this game definitely was a pretty high bar for me back then, and I've held it to that standard. I'm thankful that I'm still enjoying it today, so I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it's a nice revisit. Again, tell me if you played this game when you were a kid back, 25 years ago, or even if you weren't born. I know some of you probably weren't born 25 years ago. Technically, when this game came out, I was 2, but I didn't play it until a couple years after that. I've talked about when I got it from my cousin Chris as a gift, along with the other Need for Speed games that I've mentioned, and played the absolute heck out of it when I was a kid, and that was kind of my first foray into cars, and that's where my love of the Diablo 6.0, the Z5 Z06 Jaguar XKR, that all stemmed from this set of games I received. This game, obviously, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, those 3 cars, but high stakes, that's where my love of, cars, my first dream cars came from, was these games. So they're very special to me. They're very, very nostalgic, very glad to have the opportunity to go play back through them and revisit, really simple, happy times in my life. So anyways, back to the task at hand. We have a nice 35-second lead here over Dylan. We're just cranking up again above 100 miles an hour. So this car's not that much faster than the 356A we drove last week. It probably is faster, but it's not so much faster. That was a 356A Super Speedster. I don't know what the Super 90 Cabriolet means. I have no idea if it's better or worse or neither. I don't know. It doesn't really make a difference. The point is that we're cruising along nicely, so that's what's important. Not hit the sticky up into scenery, please. That would be a really dumb reason to flip over and damage the car and have to pay for repairs. We haven't had to pay for any repairs yet. I'm sure they will come at some point, just through mistakes and walls and car contact with other drivers and so on. But so far, we've been perfectly clean, which is good. We can continue to stack up that money, which we can use future in the game. But we have tackled Pyrenees. Again, we'll go off the kind of weird jump there. We didn't get quite as much air as I thought we may, but we made it. And now we're going to head to Normandy for the third race. 3:45.40 is probably a good lap time. I have no idea. Went by just about 45 seconds. I find it hard to believe that Dylan ran 4:30 exactly, but no matter, we'll just go with it. We are the tournament leader, another safe bonus for that second race, so nice payout, and again, nice points gap. Everybody finished in the exact same order that they did the first race, as I talked about. And we did run the 8th best time, so we will take that, and we will hop right out and get ready for Normandy. Still in 1960, and I think we're going to jump to about 1965 for the 2000cc tournament. We're going to have a couple new cars when we get to that point, but we got to get through this race first. All right, we are ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
We're actually doing Normandy reverse. I didn't pay any attention to that, but we are going. First time we're seeing a reverse circuit, which is good. It's a nice shakeup. So starting where we usually finish, and we will end in the twisty bits, kind of where we started the playthrough almost. So have to really put your thinking cap on, remember how the track goes in reverse, because it's been, again, probably 20 years since I drove this direction of the track now. But it should be pretty straightforward enough. It's similar enough. It's not a very difficult circuit, so no matter. Nice and cruisy, pedestrian. Again, we don't need to win this race. We're probably going to, especially with our front starting spot and making no mistakes. Should be just fine, but no reason to push too terribly hard. We will jump in the shortcut again here in this direction. I think that you can carry decent speed around the outside bit if needed, but we'll just jump into the shortcut for the heck of it. Just to see what kind of speed we can carry here in this direction with this car. Really only one tricky, tough corner here, and it's this right-hander coming up that's tight, so. Or excuse me, it's left-hander in this direction, of course. It's usually right-hander, and the rest of this should be pretty flat. Not the smoothest I've ever gone through there, but we made it. And a little bit of a sweeping right-hander here that'll join us back into the main circuit. Pretty straightforward. I think that was a good use of direction. I think that we carried good speed through there, probably faster than we could go around the outer bit. Again, some of the really fast cars will be faster to stay on the normal road just because you can carry so much momentum out there versus having to brake for the twisty bits in the shortcut, but cars at this pace will just keep taking that for a while. So cruising along nicely, just shy of the 2-minute mark. Again, I expect this to take roughly 4 minutes, probably a little bit less. But we're coming up to that farmland, and again, we'll look at the graphics here for the people on the left side here. Watch the guy sweeping. I don't know if you'll even be able to tell honestly, but watch the guy sweeping and the lady in the rocking chair, and they have actual movement, which I think is pretty cool. So a little bit of a slide there. There's the guy sweeping, there's the rocking chair moving. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. So jump back here between the hay bales and the wall, not hit anything. That concrete or the stone bit sticks out just a little bit, but we navigate it nicely. And we will cruise along down the hill. Again, all the scenery with the farmland and the mountains in the distance and these barns and stuff, they all look kind of cheesy now, but who cares? Like, it's nostalgia, people. That's what this is all about. It's not supposed to be perfect and high tech like it looks like it came from today, because it didn't. It doesn't look like it came from today, and it doesn't come from today, so it makes no difference. But again, I hope you're enjoying it. I am loving the heck out of playing this game. I'm trying to space my recordings out so I don't do what I ended up having at some points there with Hot Pursuit 2 and with Dirt to Daytona, where I recorded all of them in like a 2-month period and then they come out over the course of a year. I don't really want to do that. I want to space them out at least a little bit, and they'll take time to record. I mean, some of them take quite a long time, and so I'll be burned out a little bit doing it, but um, yeah, I don't want to record everything immediately, so trying my best to space these out. We'll jump in the shortcut here. But it's been tough. It's been tough today recording this. They all have been recorded within like a 3-week period now, and we're on part number 6. So, but I still hope it's enjoyable. I still hope it's cool, and I appreciate that everybody gave me positive support, is interested in seeing this. So, just a couple more corners. I think we got like one more corner here before the finish line. Should be up to the left here. And then we'll go around this bit. Nice 30-something second lead here. And final corner. It'll be kind of sooner than you expected here. Right at the base of this little hill, so we never really get to see what's over the hill, but we will come through, win Normandy, and win the 356B Cup. And there we go. 4 minutes exactly, almost 4:01:25. So good lap. Do win by about 34.5 seconds. And we have won the tournament. 3 safe bonuses. Great $10,000 for the tournament bonus, so we make $27,250 there. Not that we don't have enough money, obviously, but good lap time, 7th best so far. So we did beat our lap from the Speedster, obviously in the other direction. And next week's episode, we are up to 1965 now, and we have the 2000cc tournament. So we will get the 356B 2000 or our first appearance of a 911. So we'll go look quickly at the garage. 2-cylinder cars now. And there we go, the Carrera 2 GS 2000B 356, quite the name. And of course, our first appearance of the 1965, the original 911 Coupe. So as usual, we'll go through and we'll purchase one of each of those since we have the money to try to fulfill our whole garage. But that'll be next time out. So next time we will get into the 2000cc tournament. But again, we have a pretty stacked garage here so far. Pretty happy with it. And that'll be that. So we will call it a day. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back next week, same time. Hope it was enjoyable, and we will keep chugging along through the classic era. So that's going to be it. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below. Don't want you to miss any of the action from this game, obviously, on Saturdays. iRacing through the week, Camaro content, track content, and all the usual stuff we do here. So I greatly appreciate you all so much, as always, and that'll be it. Till next time, as always, bye.